my name is Ryan Lane, and welcome to my review channel. So for today's movie, I will be reviewing Suzume, directed by, and apologies in advance if I butcher the pronunciation, directed by Makoto Shinaki and starring Nanoka Hara, Hokuto Matsumura, Eri Fukatsu, and Shota Sometani. Anyway, this film tells the story of, well, Suzume, played by Nanohara, Suzume is a junior high school student who lives with her aunt Tamaki, played by Eri Fukatsu, in the Japanese coastal town of Kyushu. One day, Suzume is riding her bike to school when she encounters a mysterious man looking for local ruins. And she ends up pursuing this man to the local ruins and ends up triggering a cascading series of events that will involve magical doorways, talking chairs and cats, and a giant red worm that threatens to cause life-threatening earthquakes. Anyway, so let's start off with some of the strengths. The characters are both primary and secondary are all great. Even characters who only appear for maybe, a few given scenes manage to make a good impression. And just standouts include, again, Suzume herself. She does a great job of showing how underneath her kind and cheerful demeanor, there's a longingness for her lost mother that, pervades the entire performance. Also, Fukatsu does a great job as Suzume's Aunt Tamaki, and how, while she does care for Suzume, she does wish that she had gotten to explore her life without her, in a way. Also, standouts include Yamane as Dajin, a mysterious supernatural cat that gets a lot of laughter based off of her comedically cheerful responses, even during apocalyptic events. It's kind of hilarious. No matter what will be happening, a giant red worm will threaten cause an earthquake, and she'll be like, "Yeah, this is fine," with a high-pitched voice. It's very funny. Also, the animation is gorgeous to look at and employs a combination of both 2D and 3D visuals. And while there are some moments that clearly use one type of animation over others, a lot of times, I couldn't tell the difference. There were moments oh, is that 3D? Or maybe it's 2D. It's really good. And even then, you won't even care whether it's 3D or 2D because the animation is just so stunning and effectively utilizes the strengths of both styles of animation. Every environment, from the coastal towns to the suburbs to the cities, even the ever after, you'll learn more about that in the film, are all gorgeous to look at and feature and manage to use red, blue, and green colors to great and gorgeous effect. And also, and I never talk about this in reviews, the sound design. The sound design is great and really lends a tactile feel to the world. Everything from the unlocking of doors, again, there's a lot of that, to the texting sound effects are all just really good. I don't know why I'm gushing so much about it. It just seems really well done. Other films, if you need a lesson on how to do good sound design, look no further than Suzume. That's how, I don't know how else to put it. The sound design is great. I will say this, though. The screenplay, while it's not bad. Let me just clarify there. The screenplay is not bad. It's well structured, well written. However, if you have seen some of the director's previous work, it will feel a tad familiar. Again, thankfully, the film manages to add and change around certain details, but the film does reuse a lot of material, both in terms of theme, visual style, and even plot structure at times, with a 4-act structure to it from his previous work. And I won't discuss which themes he reuses, because to do so, I feel could spoil the movie at certain points for you. So, yeah, again, If you've never seen any of the director's previous work, this film will come as have major surprises for you. If you have, I still think this film is worth checking out because even when you do recognize the reused themes and visuals, it still feels really enjoyable to watch. So, plus, all the film does withhold some questions regarding the supernatural events, specifically regarding this red worm that lives in the ever after and is constantly trying to wreck Japan. But again, I think it lends itself to a lot of mystery and does a smartly allow the audience to draw its own conclusions. And simply put, the film does what all good films should do. It employs just the right amount of backstory to draw the audience in and keep them interested without boring them with excessive detail. And this allows the interaction between characters to imply a lot of depth rather than just spoon feeding all the material to the audience. It allows the audience to draw its own conclusion. So I really enjoyed that. So if you're a big fan of Makoto Shinaki's prior work, this film earns a pretty solid recommendation from me. So with all that in mind, I will be giving Suzume 4 out of 5 stars. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. If you like this review and would like to see more like it, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. And for today's comment section prompt of the day, did you like Suzume? Why or why not?